Hello, welcome to Meditation for Misfits. Today I'll be guiding you through a journaling and mindfulness session. So our journaling today will journal about present moment. So our experience of our bodies in the present moment, of our physical space, mental space, emotional space. And then we'll end with a journal prompt around gratitude. So to begin, let's just together find a few deep breaths. So here you might be sitting upright, have your journal and pen or pencil in hand, or feel free to bring in markers, bring in a coloring book. Feel free to draw as a way to journal about your present moment experience. And as always, do feel free to journal out whatever you would like. You don't have to follow the prompts. You can simply, if you have something on your mind that you want to get out on pen and paper, you can certainly feel free to journal about whatever you would like. So with that, let's get started with our first journal prompt. Let's actually start first with some breaths. So here, let's place a hand over the belly, hand over your heart. And together we'll breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, 3 cycles of breath. So here, starting with a deep breath in, filling up the belly, feeling that expands through front and back ribs as you inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And once more here, inhaling through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And we'll go on to our very first prompt. Here, let's actually start with an object. So we'll start with object, physical space, emotional space, and then gratitude. So just looking around for an object in your home or whatever space, wherever you are, viewing an object, maybe something that you can hold in your hand and look at and journal about. So here we're journaling about some object that is in our space, noting the color, the shape, the function, and so on. Again, just as a way to direct our mind to the present moment. So letting go of anything before, anything that's coming up, and just fully embracing the moment. Here is our first journaling prompt, and we'll do these each for about 3 to 4 minutes. Welcome back. Here, again, we'll find 3 deep breaths before we move on to our next journal prompt. And do feel free, either after each prompt or after this practice altogether, do feel free to share in the comments, if you're comfortable to, what your experience of this practice felt like for you, or just continue to journal about the experience of journaling. So here, again, we'll take 3 deep breaths, placing a hand over your heart, hand over your belly. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhaling through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And once more, inhaling through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. In our next journal prompt, we will journal about our physical space. So how are you feeling physically, noting sensation in the body, tension, ease? What is your experience of your bodily, physical space? You might also note the space supporting your body, the air you can feel, tuning into your senses, so inviting in a little bit more of how you are perceiving your the external things around you through the senses. So our next journal prompt, we will journal about our physical experience. Hello, welcome back. Our next journaling prompt will be on our emotional space. So taking note of how we're feeling emotionally. Do feel free to look up if you have, just look up in whatever search engine you use, emotion wheel, to give you a little bit bigger vocabulary around emotions. It's pretty easy to find. It's just a wheel, has different colors for different sections of emotions, looking at happiness, sadness, anger, excitement, and then there's a whole bunch of words that you can choose from that kind of can pinpoint a little bit more each of your or what your emotions what your emotion might look like. So do feel free to look that up as you journal about emotions, or simply just journal about how you're feeling emotionally in this moment. You might also note any connection between how you're feeling emotionally and your physical space. So noticing, okay, maybe I'm holding some tension in the body, and that is having an effect on my emotional state of mind. So feel free to make those connections as you journal about your emotional space. Well, first, start with those 3 deep breaths and then move into our journaling session. Hand on the belly, hand over your heart. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And once more on your own. And then here, moving into journaling about our emotional space. And welcome back. We'll close with we'll end our journaling session here with just a very brief gratitude prompt. So feeling free to list out things that you're grateful for, to certainly feel free to write in paragraphs or even draw things, people, places, feelings, events, whatever it is that you are grateful for in this moment. And I'll give a minute for this, and we'll end with a little bit of mindfulness, breathing, and then close. So here is our prompt for gratitude. And welcome back. So here we'll close with a little brief guided mindfulness. So starting, or rather here again, relaxing through your body, finding a comfortable place to be in your body. Option to close your eyes. And then here, just bringing mindful awareness to your mental space, noticing the thoughts that arrive, that come and go, attaching no value judgment to those thoughts. Here, in fact, detached from thought. So here we're observing our thoughts as though an outside observer looking in, not attaching our identity to any thought. And then shifting your mindful awareness to your emotional space. So noticing again your emotions, what feelings arrive. And again, seeing your emotions as though an outside observer looking in. Detaching your identity, your core identity, from how you're feeling in this moment. Noticing emotions with curiosity. And then here, opening your eyes if they're closed, as much access as you have to your senses, just taking in the sights, the smells, the sounds, the sensations, the feel of the air on your skin, observing any flavors on your tongue. Here, whatever access you have to whatever senses, just mindfully aware of your sensory experience. Again, attaching no value judgment to how you're experiencing or perceiving through your senses, just noticing what is. And then closing today with a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Once more, hand over the belly, hand over the heart. Deep breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Letting anything go that you don't need in this moment. And then moving into your day with a sense of clarity, of reflection, of self-awareness. Do feel free to continue journaling, continue using your freedom of expression to freely express in whatever way feels best for you, that is kind, compassionate toward yourself and toward others. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being you. Take care of yourselves out there. Peace.